Monday. Hope everyone is having a great start to the week.
All right, let's skip to
Already
this.
on the roster.
But at the time we were putting it together, we felt like we were under. We didn't have enough hunters in the game, so apologies if there's a few too many kind of close to each other. We're going to do a better job of spacing out roles going forward.
Absolutely.
But for right now,
I
excited
don't
to
have
show
premium
Artemis.
YouTube anymore. I forgot.
Let's start talking about Artemis's +1s and new features, and we can kick off with the passive.
Yeah, so unfortunately we won't be able to show this one because there is no stealth grass on the jungle practice map, which we'll talk about to the level designers about that. But a new aspect of Artemis, and it's also not in the text, which is also a bug we just noticed right before this, as we were preparing for this show. So Artemis has a new component to her passive, which is now Artemis is able to detect nearby enemy gods in stealth grass.
Oh,
So
that's
as the
sick! I didn't know
huntress
that.
Goddess
That's so
of
dope.
the game, right? Like one of the most fitting to it. She can just see you in stealth grass. You
She's
cannot
got that
hide
vision.
from her.
Yeah.
How?
It's
wait,
only in basic attack range, I believe.
Oh,
So like,
okay,
it's
okay,
really
okay.
far
That's cool
away.
though.
You
So
will
she'll
still
know.
be able to hide a bit. You have to get a little
That's
close.
big
which
for
can
someone
actually
that's
make it,
immobile
you
like
can
her.
Still get a bit of a surprise on her. You'll get in range for most abilities.
I like that.
But like we had
It's such a minor change, but I like
it. Our players just hid in the stealth grass and the whole team like walked right by them. You will not be able to do that.
I don't need ad
against
block. I
Artemis.
meant I don't have
It-
premium
it's,
for
it makes sense
the
for,
higher bitrate.
God of the Hunt, to
Yep.
be able to hunt down the enemies even
Exactly.
if they're trying to hide.
Tusky is sniffing you
I
out.
know,
You
right?
ain't hiding from him. He's just he's
cannot
rooting
get away
around
from
in there.
Tusky.
Just, we should have put more
I'll
Tusky. in
grab
the
it
kit.
then.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So ability, the rest
the
of the
three looks the
passive
exact
is
same.
unchanged. Ability 1 unchanged.
Ooh, or
Parity,
that
although
trap
we
a little
can talk
bigger?
about- There's a little bit of we're consistently updating this one for visual clarity.
Hold on,
so we
hold
did
on.
port-
This is important. 66 damage a tick, 30% scaling on strength. Trap deals 1 damage every 1 second, so it hits 3 times. Okay. So let's say you go full strength build, you get a 3k pot, you get to 400, right? You probably don't, but say you do. So you're getting 120 damage on this. So it's like 170-ish, right? It'll proc Heartseeker. Do each of them proc Heartseeker? Because they should. Which would mean you would do like 550 per trap. You got 4 traps. You do 2,200 damage plus 4 Heartseekers, which is like another 100 damage each. So you're doing like, you might be able to one-shot somebody with 4 traps. First game of Artemis, when she comes out, we're trying to fucking one-tap somebody with 4 traps. 100%. 100 fucking percent.
Port the enemy Artemis that's like unified per skin, and we added even a little bit more motion to it and stuff like that to help people see the enemy.
Is that trap?
Artemis.
What's it same?
And I'm sure we'll get a lot of discussion on this. So it doesn't look like this.
that
enemy
looks
at all.
longer.
It looks like a very
Maybe not.
clear,
That looks
distinct
longer.
red warning circle with some additional. I think
That
there's a
trap
little bow and
is
arrow and
huge.
crosshairs in the middle. So we will definitely be keeping out for feedback on that. Ability 2 does have a new effect, which if you want to go and fire that up and shoot the Emir, it now has a successful hit tracker.
Thank you for the
It spawns
34,
these little
bravo.
charges next to you, and if you complete all the charges, it will extend the duration of the effect, possibly infinitely. I guess it has to be. You have to hit a god.
Correct.
What?
Double check, yeah, because that would be a little crazy. But as long as you keep your perfect accuracy against gods,
I mean, he doesn't have any attack speed right
you
now.
can kind of get like a kill streak, a Guitar Hero
Wait,
streak.
he's
kind of
fast
thing
as
going
fuck,
on, right? As
too,
long as you
with
keep
that
perfect-
shit
as long
up.
as you don't drop a note.
Yes, it is a infinite stim if you can hit your shots.
Yeah,
Which,
so,
On a god.
Yeah. So after reaching 4 charges for basic attacks hit on an enemy god, the buff duration will extend by 3 seconds.
I'll put up a jungle
And it'll
Achilles
keep
build
going.
after
As
this
long as
video if you
keep
remind
hitting
me.
those basics.
yeah, it's a fun little.
All right, Artemis.
I like when we add
actually
kind of little mini
pretty
games to
sick.
gods.
Yeah.
and I think this is kind of a fun little mini game. But it is
Play in our jungle,
you're
100%.
kind of doing the thing you want to do anyway. Land your shots, and you're going to be shooting better.
Very true. Artemis has always been good at this phase of the game. Just if she's free casting, you're in trouble.
Oh yeah,
Right.
for sure. And then the 3,
I say
one of my
no.
favorite ability names, suppress the insolent.
Yeah, all of her ability kit is a little bit, like grandiose, and that's okay. That's fun. No specific new changes to report. Just should be at parity. Just keep in mind when flash testing and if anything feels
three
wrong,
base
let us
damage is
know. It's
low.
about everything we mentioned should be feeling exactly like Smite 1 or better.
Ability Artemis with the way
no other
Heartseeker works in
intentional
Smite
changes to
2
that
might be
ability.
fucking
There
cracked.
was a question
Where you
on
just
traps.
spam
Are
the
they wider?
3.
They should be the exact same size.
I'm excited for Artemis. I
Should
forgot
be.
how fun art was
The
towards the
art,
end of Smite.
Maybe not exactly indicative of the hit area. This would be all the same as it always has been on Smite 1, though. Like the wriggling vines. See that you can actually see the targeter looks like a little bit smaller than the
Yeah.
actual wriggling vines. Man, well, it's pretty close. I
Yeah,
guess
it's
actually,
close.
yeah, it is pretty accurate. So
Yeah,
no, I don't think they got any larger.
It looks bigger. I don't know why. That's what she said.
And then we've got the ultimate, tried and true Caledonian boar.
I wonder if this
Tusky
boar
going
works better,
together.
bro. I hope it's not as fucked as it was in Smite 1.
Tusky did have a bit of some cleanups to try to make sure he is, more responsive and at least performing at parity or more responsive than he was in Smite 1.
Dash looks a little better.
He won't just like miss his charge. Like if he's set to charge you and you somehow dodge it or juke it, he can change direction. He can kind of curve. Yeah, we drifted Tusky now, but also like if you manage to not get stunned by him and then you re-enter the area, he will find you and hit you again. Or if you try to like just up down leap him, he will still try to get you after you return from the leap. He won't just ignore you. We're trying to make him more reliable. This ability was always kind of frustrating for the Artemis user in Smite 1. 'Cause it could
They're
just
gonna
be
show off the
unreliable
aspects, right?
sometimes.
This launching with an aspect, right?
That's right. And this one is interesting because this aspect affects the ability 1. If you could hover it for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll say
the aspect, the aspect of the wild. So this kind of the goal of this aspect is kind of to make a mage Artemis, which is kind of crazy, right? Because she's always been so basic attack focused,
Right.
But this one changes the trap to be kind of a larger explosion area with a persistent repeated trigger.
Wait. This might be better for one shot.
Bigger. Let's see. That no longer roots and cripples. It now hits minions. So if minions or jungle, you can usually use this jungle Artemis, which we
In my head, I thought this was ass, but now that I think about it,
Artemis a little heal, and it'll do a persistent AOE damage. So kind of like an Anubis AOE.
is it better than the
So it does
one?
not do a lot of damage if you just touch it once. You have to actually like stay in
Oh, never mind.
there. Boom.
It's just for clearing.
And we've even got some fancy art to go along
I
with
know,
it,
right?
which is cool.
Looks really
Yeah.
cool.
If I made mage or wait, what's the
Come
scaling?
up and get it in lane
Isn't it
here.
strength only?
So we've had some testing, and this has been like she was a top. You could have
Walking
him.
range,
Well,
there
you
we
could
go.
have him run a little bit closer to.
I mean,
it.
the
But yeah,
base
you can
clear
place
looks
this,
good.
This is really good for lane clear. You can place it out ahead of time and let
Tier
the
3
minions
is
path
fine
into
for
it
lane clear if
and
you have
like
cooldown.
blow up the whole wave. Like she is a top tier mid laner in our testing so far, and it even can be good in carry if you really just want to push the lane control. You are missing a pretty powerful CC. You're losing a really powerful. You're losing the whole root cripple entirely.
Yeah.
Which is pretty key to playing.
I don't
it.
know,
Artemis,
bro.
Usually you're looking for like
Not
someone
sold
like
on that.
Hercules or Sobek to set
I'll have to
you
see it
up,
in game,
or,
but I'm not
any-
sold on
just any- Athena, Ymir,
It's so
they
easy
can
to
stun and
clear
drop a
creeps
trap on
in
someone to roll
general
with the
that I
aspect
feel
that you're
like
talking about.
this is
Oh,
unnecessary.
maybe.
Yeah, Thor. So you lose that, but you get this pretty cool new like AOE trap detonation that can be really interesting.
don't gain
It's-
anything
it's
else,
a
I don't
very
think this
powerful
is
lane
good.
dynamic, but it also has a lot of applications in like zoning people out of Fire Giant and other objective buffs. If they step on the trap, they're going to hit not just them, but their whole team, or potentially more damage to the bosses themselves. Like,
Get up to this.
yeah. One playtest, Pawn had like perfectly placed these pre-level 1 and like out cleared Mia's and Anubis and mid lane level 1. I'm like, that should not be allowed.
Right, yeah.
But you have to triple stack it and stuff like that to get that to work. It's harder for her to just do on the fly.
Yeah, it's a
but it
pretty
can
big
do some
area,
really
too.
cool. She can do some really cool stuff with it.
Yeah,
It's
I
a really
guess
cool
your
How many
like
traps do you
level
have?
1
Is it
clear is
4 or
cracked
5
as
or
fuck.
3 or 4. I forget
Does it
exactly.
say a max,
Max
of
of
4
4,
which I
yeah.
guess is an increase.
Yeah.
We were saying it was 3. I think that was another intentional increase by the designer. Was
It
just
was always 4.
one more trap. You get one more trap. Yeah,
It
you're
was
right. Sorry
always
about that.
4. It was
And,
4 in
as
Smite
a,
1 because I
as
one
a
shot you with
ability,
it.
it
It was
would
always
proc
4.
What it procs all ability items.
I'm not
ability-based
sold on
proccing
this, bro.
items.
I'm not liking
Be
it.
really, really
I'll be honest.
She has to.
probably tomorrow.
He looks really good.
Yeah.
Okay, so going through the kit, the key thing to mention of this kit is extremely specific in how it flows, right?
Yeah, it is so field dependent.
This
It's
kit-
like Uller, right?
Yeah.
This kit, it's more, I think even more so than Uller, because this kit literally says like, press 1 and then press 2 and then press 3 and
I
then
thought it
press
was
4.
4.
And if you
I mean,
don't
I have
press it in
videos
the
one
right
shot of you
order,
with
like,
it. You go look.
it just falls apart. So we really did not want to disrupt that in any way for this kit. So her +1s are kind of some extra additive optional effects. We really didn't want to disrupt that core.
Who cares
flow
about
of
jungle
the kit.
clear, though,
So
bro?
therefore, we found this kit was a specifically challenging kit that we wouldn't want to change or rework any one ability because the whole thing just kind of falls apart. So the first
I think you're right.
+1
They
is
changed
on
the 4 traps
passive
when Artemis became good.
initiative.
When you can run ability
when
art.
you deal damage, you get this buff for 4 seconds. But if you dive in on Suku, you get it for 6 seconds.
Nice, cool.
So pretty simple change. You just get a little bit bonus on the effect for that extra duration if you really commit to the true dive, and lets you do the true dive into like the full combo,
Right, yeah.
even after you pull back from the alt, so you get it all. So you just jump on a god, you can see 6 seconds.
Yeah, we actually had in playtest a lot of people like wanting to leap in to get the bonus, even when it might have been better to just right-click dismount. You know, so I think that like it gives you another interesting decision to make. Like, is it
Character
worth
model,
getting the
like her
longer
legs
buff,
look
or
kind
is
of
it
weird.
Better
I
to
don't know why.
just dismount and you know. fight?
Hello,
Yeah,
Riddle.
we really didn't want to
Riddler,
encourage
thank
people
you
to
for the
like,
4 months.
it be always better to just right-click.
So what's her
dismount
+1
instead.
outside of that?
Austin.
Yeah.
It's okay. Let's see, next ability 1 and 2, no major changes, just parity. So ability 1 you get on Suku. I mean, Suku I think also got a bit of a model update, so he
Yes,
looks awesome. That's good. Just one thing
Yeah,
to
after
notice.
we go in game, we'll show off the front. The
They
god
look
page.
really
Yeah.
good on the front end page. Yeah.
I will say, like, one of the things that we've been tracking down recently has been occasionally she doesn't quite mount Suku properly. So if you see that happen in in our flash testing,
Oh, yeah,
where she
please
kind
let
of
us
just like
know.
T-poses on
Yeah.
top of Suku, let us know. We think we've got every case where that can happen, but this is new tech for us. This is our first mounted character in Smite 2. So any like issues that you see.
Was that Ymir just hovering for fucking seconds? You would let anything mount you at this point. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Was that Ymir just in the air forever?
So any like issues. This is our first mounted character in Smite 2. So
He has no items. How
every
many
case
times
where
did
that
he
can
just
happen,
auto?
but,
Hold on.
this is new tech for us. This is our first mounted
All right. So knock up.
character in
One.
Smite
He got
2.
2 autos
So,
in the air.
any like issues that you
Okay,
see
with
in the
the
flash
items,
test that you
that's
can report to
4
us,
autos.
We would really appreciate. Yeah.
There you go. All right, so ability 3 has one really cool new +1, but
yeah.
first you need to get on Suku, and then you need to aim at those Ymirs, and you can fire the AO3 from
Wait.
Suku.
Which is pretty sweet.
Oh yeah.
So this
That just seems completely worthless. Like that seems completely worthless to me.
was probably
Chat likes it.
Yeah,
Chat
that
likes
was that specific.
There's
feature
nothing
was
cool
one of
about
the biggest
that.
requests.
You
from
can't
our
do any
ambassador
abilities
brainstorm,
while on
so shout out to
Suku.
the ambassadors, thank you for your feedback.
So
We
you have to
always,
cancel
with every god.
The
we usually get
only the
ambassador.
quality of life there is a lot of the time you'll run up on somebody, you'll right click to cancel Suku, and then you'll throw the 3 out. But now you're gonna throw the 3 out, right click to cancel after. I think I'm still gonna cancel the Suku first.
Ambassadors in to review the
I don't
+1
like that.
pitches and to suggest things to us in the very
Like
usually
same
do
time, which is just
another
quality,
meeting
the
with
slightest
ambassadors
quality
towards
of
the
life
end
change.
of the
That's
God's
not hype
life
at all.
cycle
Anyone I've been
in
up is
development
trolling.
to test out how they're feeling. So yeah, this just lets you get some additional poke or potentially even set up an additional set up a knockup quicker.
Right,
And
yeah,
then
you
you
don't
can
have
choose to
to-
cancel or leap in depending on if it hits and stuff like that. It just makes the kit a lot more flexible on
I
your
don't like that at all. I think it's weird.
Can you ult while you're still on Suku, or do you have to dismount the ult?
That's a good question.
Let's see.
No,
Nope,
you can't do
You would need
anything
to
on
do the
Suku.
quick
This is
cancel then
this
and
is
then
a
do it.
horrible fucking change. It's gonna cause shitty players to be
And I
worse
think the
because they're
reason
gonna
we
knock
did
up
that
and
is
then they're not
because
gonna
we
cancel
wouldn't want you
Suku
to
and they're just gonna
alt,
fuck
and
up.
then you'd also still be stuck on Suku.
Yeah.
And then you have to cancel it.
Yeah.
But if we made the alt cancel you out of Suku, that would be, it's like a lose-lose.
Right, yeah.
But if you don't get that off, you can keep on rolling on
Yeah, if I
Suku
can
without
do it,
having
chat,
to get back
you all
off.
can.
Do this
Hit the
while
full
blinking.
You know, not necessarily a huge game changer to the kit, but just gives this very, I guess, linear kit with a lot of 1, 2, 3, 4. It just gives you a new avenue.
All
It
right,
doesn't
so
do
she's
anything.
basic as
Then
fuck.
you have 2, 3
They're the same gods, bro.
on the show. And
Wait, does she?
but
She doesn't have an
maybe
aspect. I'm
now
assuming.
you can, yeah.
but
This is one where you can.
I didn't even notice.
It will heal Thor and Isaiah, you want to pull up the
Yeah,
text
we are
so we can
in
take a look at it
game.
for
Let's talk about it.
Or aspect.
So
just gonna-
Thor's aspect is aspect of thunderstruck. AJ, talk to me about this one.
Right, so his thunderstruck passive is now always active. When you trigger it, so you have to hit 3 times on a god, it will heal Thor and slow and tremble the god, which those were previously, it was just bonus damage. Now it does these things. Warrior's Madness gets you protections instead of strengths, but he's losing damage on Mjolnir's attunement. The double tap essentially does not do any bonus damage, and Tectonic Rift does no damage. No damage scaling. So some significant damage sacrifices in favor of this.
Surely this is complete ass. The defense instead of strength is OP as fuck. Assuming this is like, you end up with 20, 30, 40, probably 40 increased defense. This just takes it all down to dog shit. No? Solo, how is solo lane playing solo lane with no bonus damage on the one?
In favor of this more.
This is legit Thor support.
CC protections and
Maybe, and even then, I don't know, bro.
effect.
I mean, I gotta see how much damage is lost in the
solo
one.
and support in testing.
Because sometimes they troll and
Could
it's not that
also, I guess,
significant.
maybe be a tanky jungle, but definitely it works as a support for sure.
And one of Pon's favorite things about this aspect is that the hammer is always
I
lit
know.
up. And the hammer was always lit up when you're this passive because your thunderstruck effect is always on.
All right, so
So
let me
it's
trigger
like-
it on this Ymir here. See, I get the
you go.
heal, get the tremble, and as it arcs, of course.
Yeah, and you'll see like when you do your spin hits 3 times. So your spin is going to trigger it by itself if you hit all 3 times of your spin. Your wall into hammer throw is going to hit 3 times. So you can trigger this a lot of times if you are chaining your abilities together well.
Yeah, these numbers are coming down. I can tell you that already. So don't worry about it. Yeah,
Focus less on the numbers and more on the concept.
Yes. The numbers are going to come down before the flash test because it was very strong in our testing already.
I'm
But we
pretty sure
like
this will
the
be a
concept. We think
support,
that the pieces
maybe
are there, just
solo.
the tuning needs to come down.
I have a
bit,
feeling that
but,
one damage loss
yeah,
is gonna
it's a
make
really
him
cool
unplayable in the
aspect.
jungle.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Yeah, just Smite too. This is just the nimble passive from the
they're bringing Nimble Ring back. The problem with this is, int attack speed is dog shit.
glyph,
Bengross Talon Cliff in
Yeah.
Smite 1.
but it's just
But this does have lifesteal. They're trying to be able to play Izanami's soul auto attack.
that glyph passive as
Unless
item,
there's another item, I
because
don't think this is
we
anywhere
just
near
felt like
enough.
This was a cool passive, and this was strong enough to work as an item on its own. So we're just
It's just the 2 losing damage on Thor? No, it's the hammer throw, right? Tectonic Rift is your 2. Your attunement is your 1, right? Yeah. Molginier's attunement no longer deals bonus damage on return. You're trolling.
Be cool. And then speaking of Bancroft's Talon,
Yeah.
shall we?
The return damage on the 1 is where all the damage comes from. It doubles damage on the return.
We talk about it in Smite 2.
Oh shit! All right, you get additional intelligence and lifesteal scale from missing health. All right, this caps at 60 int and 10% lifesteal at 40% of health. This seems okay. Maybe. I mean, this just seems bad.
Bancroft's Talent
This
finally
just genuinely seems
returns,
bad.
an item that a lot of people really liked in Smite 1, really popular. So we're excited to bring it back.
Think about it. In Smite 1, it had a 100 base fucking power or whatever. There was 100 more from the passive.
Smite 2.
Seems
It's
bad.
going to give mages, especially ones like Anubis.
0%.
Cool. And then I believe we had one.
Oh, whoa. I don't know. They're rating Typhon Sack. Healing obtained from lifesteal is increased by 10%. Your intelligence is increased by 1.75 times the amount of lifesteal you have. It's only 50 int again, though. I mean, this is going to give you, like, I'm trying to think. You might have, like, 30 lifesteal if you go a full lifesteal build. So this will give you, like, 50 more int. So this is, like, maybe 100 int item. Maybe, right? Wait, hold on. What did Bancross have? Let me double check. 15. So you're at 35 with both of these items. Maybe we see a lifesteal soul gem build come out. I don't remember how much lifesteal is on soul gem. Wait, you don't have 200 int with Bancross passive proc. What are you talking about? You talking about old or are you talking about new? Because this is not 200 int. This is a total of 100. So even if you had soul gem, Bancroft's, and the other one, you're sitting at 50 lifesteal, 50% lifesteal. So Typhon's is gonna give you like 80. Right, 80, 85 int. Okay.
The reason why we run flash tests is to get feedback from y'all, and
Cool. And then I believe
Numbers just seem low on
Turn
paper.
them off.
Twitch Turbo. For me,
little bit, easier to use than the talisman.
No. Bro, why would I not build this every game? Every single game, why would I not build this? Look at the stats. What are we doing? Why does this have cooldown on it? What are we doing, man?
Talisman, there's a lot of exciting things about this item.
Yeah.
And we know that these are all mage items and tank items.
Chat.
What does it cost?
This one is still, you can clearly.
He already
Like,
has
one
it,
is
so we
like
can't even see the
10 of
cost.
each stat or 15 of each stat, right? Like
and feeling.
God in Titan.
That is OP as fuck.
single word. So, as a gentleman skin enjoyer, and La Roca, and then and new stuff.
They're bringing back all those
also
old skins.
It's probably
Contribute.
ported all the voice lines to Artemis, and you could change to any other god and set them up again.
Cool. Yeah, and this is in the game already for abilities, but people have been asking a lot for being able to control actives.
Oh, that's
the same way.
cool.
I feel like
Interesting.
schedule. Any thoughts?
That weird.
All the content.
Um,
Dude, first of all, fuck you guys. Okay. Why fuck you guys? You hyped up the Thor aspect like it was awesome. And you just completely didn't understand the loss of damage on one part of it. And then you had the audacity to not tell me Magi'S was in this shit. No one, everyone just left out Magi'S is coming back. Bro, that's the best item in the game. It's 30 fizz prots, 40 magical fucking prots, 10 cooldown, and was it 60 seconds? 60 seconds. I'm dying. 60-second beads. Bro, we went from we only want one active because we want people to die to dropping mantle, Magi'S, AoE beads, short cooldown Aegis all into the game. I genuinely think everyone's building Magi'S. Like, I can't see why every role, maybe not hunters, but even hunters could build Magi'S. I think everyone's gonna build Magi'S. I think it's gonna be third item. Everybody, your build's gonna change to starter, damage, pen, Magi'S as your first three items. Especially tanks are gonna run this. How do you peel a tank that's running at your squishies with this item? Like, what are you supposed to do? What's Ymir gonna do with somebody that has Magi'S? Ymir's worthless instantly. What's Athena gonna do? Athena's worthless instantly. Like, what the fuck is this? I'm dead serious. And keep in mind, it's 1.5 seconds of CC immunity. So, like, if you get Hun Bats ulted, you will walk out of the Hun Bats ult. You don't even have to use an ability. You can walk out of the fucking ult. Like, this should be like 0.5 seconds. It should just eat a CC. It shouldn't even give you immunity. It should just eat a stun. This is dumb as fuck. They said, nothing's 100%, right? They're gonna playtest this. Everyone who playtests this should go ahead and say how fucking OP it is, because this is crazy. Wait, yeah, can't you just walk out of Hades ult with this? Ares can't pull. What? I don't know, man. That pisses me off. That actually is very sad to see, to be honest. Ares is good right now. Ares is gonna have to run up and either 2 or 1 to burn the fucking Magi'S, and then ult. And then anyone else who has it who didn't do a 2 or 1-2 is just gonna never get pulled. That item should have a 2-minute cooldown minimum, and that should not be 1.5 seconds of immunity. It should eat a CC. It should be like 0.1 seconds of immunity. Those stats are insane too. 70 prots and 10 cooldown. Why does it have cooldown on it? Why does any of these CC, like, look at Gargoyle. If that item didn't have cooldown on it, it wouldn't have been as fucking crazy. But every item has crazy defense, crazy cooldown, and a crazy passive. What are we doing?